Welcome to the Formless Guide. This isn't a checklist. Self-care is the listening before the need gets loud. It's not always gentle, not always visible. Sometimes it's saying no before burnout whispers please. Let's settle into this space as we explore self-care as a present. I want you to keep in mind, self-care is not a spa. Forget what the ads say. It's not a scented candle or a soft robe. Not only, anyway. True self-care is gritty. It's rest you didn't feel you earned. It's boundaries others question. It's nourishment beyond the surface. Sometimes it's pulling back from the noise. Sometimes it's asking, who am I when I'm not performing wellness? Next, I want you to take care as regulation. Energetically, self-care is about regulation, pausing before depletion. Breath work as a pattern. Interrupt. Notice when your breath is shallow. Fast. A conscious exhale can shift everything. Also, we have chakra care for balancing overstimulated centers, especially the root and heart chakras, being in confidence to face your day, and the compassion to give yourself this time to regulate, to find your center. The root grounds us in safety and belonging, while the heart connects us to compassion and love. When these are unsupported, self-care becomes survival. When activated, it becomes sovereignty. Something we can do about this is somatic check-ins. Where is the tension living today? Your shoulders, your jaw? Simply acknowledging it is the first step, and being mindful of when these feelings start to arise within your body. You can take it as self-care and the elemental cycle even further. Let's look through the elemental lens. Earth. What does earth represent? Stillness, grounding, seeing that this is enough. I want you to think about the stability of a mountain and let that be a goal as you find your center for this regulation of awareness, becoming more present. We can closely connect this to the first chakra, Muladhara, representing the same stillness and grounding that we need in our psychological mind. Next, we're going to use the element that is fire, reigniting your inner yes without burning out. It's the spark, not the inferno. This ties to the third chakra of Manipura, strengthening your willpower, being able to say, yes, I deserve this time. Now we move on to the next element, that is water, processing emotions without judgment, allowing feelings to flow like a river without getting stuck. We tie this to Svadhisthana, our second chakra, where we practice emotional intelligence, enforcing lucidity as we tackle daily, monumental, or past burdens. Now we move on to the element of air, creating space from overthinking, the spaciousness of a vast sky. I want you to visualize this. as you let your thoughts pass by. Pick one. Honor it. This doesn't have to be done all together. These can be days, sometimes weeks. It's all determined on how much space and time you require to bring regulation once again to the part of yourself that has been neglected, has felt forgotten, possibly ignored. Next, we're going to have the practices. Now keep in mind, practices may not look pretty, but they can bring growth to the conscious mind. Let's name some self-care practices no one posts about. Something very common: logging off mid-scroll because your nervous system says stop. I've done this in the middle of a fascinating thread. That immediate relief is undeniable. Sometimes we're unconsciously scrolling. It happens to all of us in the modern day. Take the moment, any random time, and ask yourself, am I really looking for something, or am I just distracting? Am I procrastinating? Am I self-debating? Another practice is canceling your plan because your spirit says no, even when it feels awkward. Sometimes you need a mental day. Sometimes you need a rest day. And nothing is wrong with taking a break. It is needed. If it's that repetitive in your mind, or if you feel exhausted, do not force yourself. This is signals that your body, your mind, and your soul is giving you. Do not ignore them. Acknowledge them. Accept them. Show them compassion. Another thing we can do is writing out rage without needing it to sound wise or coherent. Just getting it out. You know, sometimes you become so filled up on rage, so filled up because of a moment that made you upset, flustered, clustered, anxious, whatever that may be, and you just want to explode. In that moment, take just a second. Find something to write on. It can be digital, it could be physical, and just get it out. Another thing we can practice is embracing messy mindfulness. I mentioned writing out the rage earlier, but this is where we put that into action for benefit towards you, which is embracing mindfulness. Closing your eyes, even for just a few minutes, to simply observe the mental gunk swirling around you. Letting your nervous system soften at a pace where you can now peacefully assess these emotions, both the ones you journaled about or the ones that just happened. Give it time. Not aiming for perfect peace, but just for this release. Another simple thing we can do is sitting in silence. Not meditating, just being. No agenda, no breath count, just presence. Take just a minute and let silence be your teacher. Let silence become what you listen to. These are sacred acts, even if they're not aesthetic. And some reflective questions for realignment that we can use. What does my body ask for before it begs? Which part of me feels unseen, and what would care look like there? Am I treating myself like someone I value or like someone I manage? Where am I giving my energy away unnecessarily? What small act of kindness can I offer myself today? Just because? No, the answers don't need polish. They just need honesty. And within that honesty, we can now develop strategy. This is where we use the confidence we spoke about earlier and the willpower to push through on these goals that you're now assessing and setting for yourself. Make it a conscious daily habit. Remember, this all does not need to be done at once. It is a journey. It is not a day. Self-care isn't a fixed state. It's a living pulse. Let this be a reminder. You don't need to earn softness. Your breath already belongs to you. Your boundaries already matter. The Formless Guide walks beside you. May today be the day you listen deeper, without justification and without apology. Embrace self-care. It's needed for your well-being and for growth in anything you pursue. This is your Formless Guide, signing off.